Halfpenny, what's good, man? Finally doing this thing, man.
Yeah.
It's been
very happy to have you. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We got to make this happen for you today. So, it's been a nice little journey for you, right? Like
it's been a journey.
Yeah, nice little journey. You got a nice setup right here at your spot, man. I'm really digging it. So, you was born in North Carolina? No, Northern Cali.
Northern California.
Northern Cali, gotcha. Take us through, how you got your barber license, whatever school you went to out there, etc.
So I was born in Northern California, but I grew up in Utah.
Utah, okay.
And so I went to barber school at in the suburb of Salt Lake City called Midvale, and the school was called the Barber School because it was the only one for just miles and miles.
Okay.
But I was very lucky because it was great. Looking back and knowing what I know now, I realized what a great education I got. The main instructor there, his name is Tim Height.
Okay.
And he was like 85 years old and had been barbering his whole life. So what an incredible resource for barber students.
So that it wasn't a part of a high school or anything like that?
No.
It was separate?
It was its own accredited barber school.
Gotcha. In Utah. That's all good, man. So so you're here in DMV, right?
Yep.
You got here about what, 2009?
I got here in 2011.
Oh, 2011.
Yeah.
2011. Yeah. Okay. And let's see, you was with the White Barber Co., right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I went, and a couple months after I moved, I found White's Barber Co.
Okay.
And I started working there. I joined up with them.
Okay. Yep. With the so that was like from ground, like as soon as they started.
They'd opened just I think a couple months before that.
A couple months, right? Yeah. Okay. So take us to that experience. You coming from Utah, right?
Yeah.
And being born and raised, and then coming out, well, being raised in Utah but born in Cali, but coming here to the DMV and just getting the different cultures that's involved with us. Take us through that. I guess that whole situation when you got with White Barber Co.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I valued my time at White's so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of knew this, but something that Brian, the owner of White's Barber Co., told me when I was talking to him about possibly joining up was real profound to me. He said, "What do you see yourself doing in 10 years?" And my answer was automatic. I'd never thought about this before, but I said, barbering.
Right.
And so me seeing him ask that question and how much he valued that answer and knowing that that was an important thing to him also helped nail home how important this profession is for me and just for any old community. And it was great being there with Brian and with all the other barbers, Tim and Janae and Mike came in later.
Right.
And a lot of barbers came through those doors that were just great. And seeing, learning so much from each of them and having a lot of opportunities to get educated in many different ways, either through those other colleagues of mine or by us all going off to some class somewhere and learning something. It was great, and it really cemented home to me about how much effort is expected to excel in this industry,
right?
And how rewarding it is to go out and be proactive to set yourself apart and to be the best barber you can be
for your goals and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So the Utah, I guess, area, along with the DMV area, is there any type of different styles that you may see? Like, I know you got your license from over there and most of your experience was on our side, but just from you going to school, if you notice any difference maybe as far as the culture here from there, if you can kind of
there's a lot of cultural differences, but Salt Lake is and was then a really diverse place.
Okay.
More than most people might realize.
Okay.
So that was a good experience for me to be around that, be around all different. I mean, I worked at Ray's Barbershop in Salt Lake for 9 months before I moved out here.
Before you moved here, okay.
And there was 9 of us, and 6 of the barbers there. They were all from Jamaica for some reason.
Gotcha.
They just ended up there, but it was just really cool to work with them. And,
okay.
And so there's a Puerto Rican guy, so it was different approaches to barbering.
Not that much of a difference. Don't mean to cut you off, but not that much of a different culture.
I didn't really feel it. I had a lot more to learn when I moved here, as far as especially techniques, types of hair cutting and things like that. I definitely had a lot more to learn. But out in Utah, hot rod culture is big over there, and like rock and roll music is big over there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of like slick back, pompadour, comb over.
Yeah. I was about to talk about the
styles
comb over. Yeah, the comb over is probably
Yeah.
probably different ways you can do that with the comb over. But so Studio 142, aka Prestige Barber and Beauty.
Yep. After White's Barber.
After White's Barber, that's where you went.
Yep.
And talk about that. I mean, I know that was more inside of a suite. So
Yeah, it was in a salon suite situation. It was cool because most of the colleagues I had at White's were with me, so that was a positive experience because we had a really good chemistry.
Oh, already.
Yeah, and so it was different because in the suites we were grateful to work there. You know, Reggie was the manager. He also had a shop there. And he was really great with us and worked with us and accommodated us really generously, I thought. And so it was good to be there. It was a little cramped. It was definitely always going to be a temporary space. But to have found a place like that so quick was really positive and fortunate for us. And getting to meet so many people over there, like Chris Grooming for Success was there and is still there and he's great. You got Ben. What's Ben's last name?
I don't know his last name, but I know
you got Ben Groom LLC over there, and Reggie, and it was just really cool to be close to those guys, see them every day, say hi every day, be able to interact with them. And in fact, Ben from Groom LLC was the guy who told me about this place.
That was my next question.
Which I didn't tell you about before, but yeah.
Right. No, that's cool. So you actually got your inspiration, or not necessarily inspiration, but your thoughts from making your creating your own space and salon.
So that was
from.
It was right
White
after we left
Barbers?
White Barber Co. Yeah.
Okay.
I knew because it was a great situation over there.
Yeah.
And so it was easy to get maybe complacent, and I could have imagined myself there forever.
Right.
But when we left is when it kind of sparked in me that I should open my own place.
But kind of right before you got the Studio 142.
Yeah. So
That's
Studio
good.
142, I think all of us always thought of it as a launch pad to the next thing.
Yeah, to the next level.
And it was great for that.
Cool. All right. Yep. And so you've been here for 9 months now, give or take.
Oh, yeah, opened March 1st.
Of last year, 2018, and it's
2019.
2019. My bad. Right.
It's 2020.
Yeah.
It's 2020 already.
I know.
Where's your
It's
clear
crazy.
vision?
I know. I got it. It's here. But you're right. Yeah, 2019, and so it's Half Penny, Tonsorial, and Shave Parlor.
Yeah. Half Pennies, Tonsorial, and Shave Parlor.
What came up? What made you come up with that nice name?
That name, even before I knew I was going to open a shop, I knew that if I was going to, it was going to be called that. Because Half Penny, so I played music a lot in high school. I was in a couple bands with friends or whatever. And so we started this punk rock band, and we didn't do anything with it. We didn't write any songs. We didn't practice. We didn't even name the band. But we did the most important thing, which was give each other stage names. So I was given the name Half Penny.
Okay.
And it was the only one that stuck.
Yeah. Nah, I mean,
So-
I love that name, man. That nickname is cool, man.
So I didn't want it to be called Half Penny's Barbershop. I definitely did not want it to be called Pete's Barbershop.
Yeah.
And it just was clear. It was a pretty quick formulation of it would be called a Tonsorial and Shave Parlor. And the Tonsorial, I wanted to be called a Tonsorial because many people don't know what that means. And I know that I can't service everyone in a community, so I'm looking for a certain kind of person. So if you're a person who will look up what that word means, and if that intrigues you and you want to check me out, then that's what I want in my chair.
There you go.
And
I heard that.
the Shave Parlor part is just for clarity, because Tonsorial is hair cutting, shaving, everything that has to do with it. So the shaving part of the name is a bit redundant, but it's just for clarity and rhythm.
Of course. Yeah.
And I didn't want my name to be too marketable either.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be kind of a weird name. And so I feel like it's been really actually beneficial for me. I mean, it's just a name, and what's a name, but it really has piqued the interest of a lot of people.
That's what I was about to say, man. Everything goes into the title, the name. I mean, people might, sleep on it a little bit for certain names, but Half Penny.
Giving a little bit of thought to it is worth it.
Yeah.
I've worked mostly in shops with cool names.
Yeah.
Like White's Barber Co. is a good name.
Yeah.
Studio 142.
Prestige.
And Half Pennies,
Yeah, so that's good, man. So let's go more into your Tonsorial Shave and Parlor. You got 6 chairs that you want to fill up soon?
Yeah, that's right. Yep. There's 6 stations available right now.
Okay. And are you taking male, female?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
If you are a licensed barber or you're interested in barbering and you want to be an apprentice and you're committed to that, I'll even work with you then. But if you're licensed, if you care about professionalism, if you care about learning and improvement, and if you can contribute to an atmosphere, to a good, nice atmosphere, then I want you. And you know, it's wherever I've worked, it's always been all different kinds of people, and so that's been really. It's always just such a fun environment, and that's what you need in a barbershop. You need that energy, and if everyone is kind of the same, you don't really get that as much potentially. But for me, the most important things are if you can contribute to the atmosphere, and if you care about being professional, and if you're licensed. Those are my only criteria.
Good, that's a good one.
There's a big opportunity for here. If you want to continue learning services like clinical services that will make you a lot of money and be of huge benefit to your clients, and if you don't know that stuff, you'll be able to learn it here. I'm an open book. Any service you want to put on your own personal menu, from my menu, you totally can. And so, you know, this is a place where you can definitely get ahead financially because of access to all those resources.
And definitely, let's touch on the highest. Let's see, what would generate you the highest barbers to come into this Columbia, Maryland situation that we got here at Halfpenny Tonsorial Shaving Parlor, the spa, right?
Yes, exactly.
So let's now, barbers, I'm telling you, this is a huge difference maker. We haven't been to any barbershops that was attached to a spa, so
That's right.
You can go ahead and...
Yeah, so we're attached to the Face Place Day Spa. It's one of the most prestigious spas in Howard County. It is, it's been around for about 40 years. So it's really great, and I know I have close interactions with the staff every day, and they're amazing. The energy in there is great. Everyone in there like gets along and stuff,
right,
which is rare when you get so many people in the same place. But
yeah.
it is a true healing and wellness environment, and it's a full service spa, and it's great. And they have more than 1,000 clients, and any barbers who might be concerned about whether they're not going to get enough clients or whatever, that's an untapped source of clientele for you, where you can get guests from them. That's potentially over 1,000 guests you can have in your chair in your book.
Right.
And
so that compensates for the walk-ins. We're
not a walk-in shop. This is an appointment-only shop.
Appointment-only shop.
So this is a premier prestige type environment where the kind of folks that are going to come in here are the people who are going to go out of their way to make an appointment.
Right.
And they're going to pay top dollar for high-end services. So that's what you're going to expect when you come in here. And if you don't have clientele, it's going to take some work, but I'll support you 100% of the way. I know how to get clients.
Right.
So you have my support, and you have this cornucopia right next door.
Exactly. That is key right there. So if you don't have your clientele already, man, and y'all got a couple people, man, y'all can definitely, like he said, it's untapped. And you've already been turning away clients, not necessarily from there, but just from, you said your Google?
Yeah, and people who call me, and if I can't get them in that day and they want to try to get in that day, I don't say turn them away, I schedule them for a later date.
Right.
But yeah, I'm busy. I've been getting, every single week since I opened, so since March, I've been getting no less than 3 clients per week. So that's, average like 3 to 5 clients a week that are brand new.
Extra, exactly.
Yeah, extra.
That's the overflow.
So I'm really busy, and I need people to help me out.
Can y'all multiply that by like 4 in a month? That's anywhere from 12 to 15 people in a month that he has to either reschedule or try to fit in, or can't even do because he's so booked with his own clientele. So that's good, man. That was great. Anything else you want to add?
The website right now, all you can do is book an appointment with me on there. Obviously, it'll change as soon as people come in to these stations, but it's halfpenniesparlor.com. Instagram is halfpenniesllc, and my Instagram is Pete Barbero1. So Pete Barbero numeral 1.
Yeah, cool. And y'all already know who we are. I'm Ron B. We Dmv'S Illest Barbers, and we were so happy to finally make this happen with Half Penny out here
Thank you
doing
so
this
much.
thing in Columbia. And we see you on the next time.